So, I am missing one of my lamps that help me light up my area. If you give me a sec, I'll find that. And then I'm going to actually get started. So, be right back. Hi, welcome back. So, this is the lighting that you're going to have to deal with because I can't find the lamp. And, what did I say we're doing today? What was I going to say next? Right, today we're going to be sewing a doll. And, yeah. Oh, I should share the stream. How do I do that? I swear I want to be doing this as a professional, but I guess I'm just gonna have to open up a new tab and look up the link. Nobody's in the chat so far, so that means that it's not gonna happen unless I share links. All right, let's see. View channel. Copy link. Facebook. Live. There we go. So if nobody shows up, well, at least I got my friends coming. Look behind me. Thanks. So, well, you didn't make me look because I found my sign back there. Today I'm going to be working on my nephew's birthday present, which I'm looking at the instructions for it. buck. Okay, so there is a pattern for it, so I do have to do some cutting up in here. This is a jade dragon. Whip stitch? Really? All right. I'm not the one that made this pattern. Can't really argue with them. Yeah, this is a jade dragon according to the instructions I'm using. Don't ask me where I got this. They were just in my house. So, oh, from handmeacraft.com. So I need to find a pair of scissors and the sense of patience that it takes me to find them. Okay. Oh, it comes with scissors. That's nice. And, interesting. There's a little gem in here as well as some beads. What are those for? Okay, sew legs and stuff. Oh, that's very descriptive. Sew legs and stuff. Oh, wait, does it mean... It probably means stuff with the... Okay, that makes more sense. Then sew on feet. So are the feet supposed to be flat? That's not very... Well, I'm going to be right back. I need to find pins, apparently, to pin it to fabric. Mom, do you have here? All right, I am back. Now, apparently, I don't have any pins, so I'm just going to use some old sewing needles that I'm not going to be using anytime soon. And it looks like they anticipated a larger piece of felt than the one that's in here. Because normally the first step would be to cut up the fabric. I'm going to have to figure something out. One needle. Ooh, wait. I'm supposed to double that up. Looking at the instructions, this might actually be more complicated than I thought it would be. I wish they would have labeled which ones are what color, because you'd think that it'd be easy to tell from looking at it, but apparently not. So let's pin this one down here. Mommy long legs. What about mommy long legs? Okay, let me just... I said legs. Yeah, like half a century ago. Keep up, man. And stuff. Oh, that is the chat far behind me? I'm not. I should have inspected this pattern before the stream. This might be a 2-weeker thing. No. Okay, so it's not too delayed. All right. Oh, they've got some of these written up. I'm going to just show you what the pattern is that they sent. Like, sorry, I'm trying to get this so you can see it right. This is the way that the pattern is presented to you. And only a few of them are written like what the color is. And by a few of them, I mean one of them. Oh, and for the record, I'm not sponsored by this website, as you can see, because I snack. You okay, Dan? And here's the second half of the pattern, which makes just as much sense as the first page. But yeah, I'm not sponsored by these guys. Wish I was, but I'm not. All right, so I'm just afraid to start the cutting because then I might end up messing this up somehow. Welcome to Shannon's stream, where you're going to hear a bunch of crumpling of paper and me trying to go, gosh dang it, why is this not fitting on the fabric? You know, now that I'm looking at it, maybe I shouldn't pin it first. I should cut out the pattern, because sometimes I do that, but it's very rare that I do this. Just because I want to make sure that I have it all on my fabric. And also it gives me a chance to test out these scissors. Hush. I need to get this headset properly situated. There we go. Because I'm worried about cutting the wire on that if I have that too close to the paper. Which I love these headphones, so I don't want that happening. That was weird. My television started playing music. Yeah, hold on. I'll just go turn off my TV real quick. Be right back. Yeah, was not the ghost. 'Twas my television going into sleep mode for some reason. Well, I guess nobody's using it, so. Not for no reason. Just. unexpectedly going into sleep mode. Ah, shoot. Oh well. Just gonna have slightly slimmer horns, I guess. Or ears or something. Even then, I kind of tend to get more... What's the word I'm looking for? Sloppy when it comes to cutting out the fabric, so... Because normally there's like a seam allowance on each of these. It says, maybe does it have a seam allowance on here? Hush. There is no written seam allowance on the instruction page. Is there one on the pattern over here? Nope, no seam allowance written anywhere on this paper. Okay, so that's helpful. Death to who? The website? I wouldn't be that extreme about it. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to retitle this stream to Cutting Out Patterns. Simply because this is not going to plan. I should have done this beforehand. Oh, well, you guys get to see the whole process. Oh, death to all. Thanks, Dan, for clarifying. I see I don't have my mysterious stranger in the chat today. Oh well, just an arts and craft day with me and Dan. But yeah, normally what you would do is you'd get the patterns. Stop it. You would get the patterns and they would be prepped. They would be prepped for you to cut it out by laying it down and pinning it to the fabric. But this one does not have it like that. It was you the whole time on my devices. J'accuse! How dare! But yeah, normally there are some patterns that will have it ready and like they say to lay it down on the paper or the fabric and you cut it along those lines kind of thing. But some of them, they have the layout pattern for it. This one does not have the layout pattern for you. But I do like that they give you all the supplies you need to make it already. They just don't exactly give you all the instructions that you need. Yeah, usually when it comes out, it's just like it shows you, hey, lay out your fabric like this and put your pattern down, cut out your pieces of the pattern, and this is how you cut it out and you get the most bang for your buck in the fabric. So this one did not have that, which would be extremely helpful. And now that I'm looking at the quality of this fabric, I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't give this as a gift to my nephew. Maybe I should get him something else. Probably end up doing what I did with Rowena, which is buy her a gift instead. Buy him a gift instead. The thing about buying a gift is like, I'm okay with it. It saves a lot of time. But making a gift by hand, it says like you spent your time and effort doing this because of care and whatnot. Okay. Body cut. I'm assuming the top of head is also supposed to be red fabric. Yeah, I'm going to cut out the red fabric first, just to make it easier on myself. Interesting. Okay. Top of head. In the picture, the top of the head is red. Hush. Seems like most of this is red. Only a few things are blue, yellow, and pink. So I'm going to assume that there is no seam allowance on this. And then I'm just supposed to cut it as is. Which sucks, because then my fingers are going to get very cramped really fast. I might add a seam allowance just because I don't hate myself. Top of the head is also red. So let's cut that out. I think that closer I get to fair season, I am going to do more fair related stuff. But yeah, when it comes to stuffed animals, usually they do include the seam allowance, or at least the good patterns do. But I guess considering the price of this, I can't complain too much. This was like $2, and it came with all this stuff. It's like $2 to $5, something along those lines. I didn't get it online. I got it at a Hobby Lobby, I believe it was. Top of head. It's a good thing I started with the hardest one. The belly's supposed to be yellow, so I'm not going to cut that part out yet. Chin. This one is supposed to be one red and one white. Why is there one white? Why does he have two chins? There's nothing in this picture that shows like a white chin. In fact, there's nothing in here that shows a red chin either. That's very clearly yellow when you look at it. Yeah, look at this. See, it's supposed to be talking about this underside right here being a color, but that's yellow. Why not? Why not what, Dan? I did not see when you put that up. Well, I don't know why not. Just it doesn't look right pattern-wise, but it shows you all the pieces when they're all done and cut out and stuff like that. I don't see a single white chin in here. Hi, baby. Did you want to say hi? Cat break. I love you. Okay. All right. Yeah, there's a tongue in here. Shush. Goodness. All right. Why not yellow? Is it supposed to be layered? I'm going to cut it down anyways, just to be sure. Yellow belly, yeah. I'm going to get to the belly in a bit. There we go. If it says it's supposed to be red, then it's going to be red. Now the feet and legs. Hush. I'm sorry this is not more entertaining looking at me cutting up pieces of paper. To be honest, I thought I'd be sewing, but 'tis fine, hopefully. All right. I think that's all of my red things. I love that it clarifies that it's a front belly and a back belly, whatever that means. I'm not going to cut this one up yet because this is all stuff that's not red or yellow. Yeah, that's supposed to be pink, white, and blue. Okay. So I'm going to get all the red and yellow done first. I'm good? Oh. I don't know if that's a comment on my sewing skills or if that's a comment on saying you're good for just talking nonsense while cutting up paper. In which case, both situations, thank you. You know, if I was better at my job, I'd have music playing or something that we could listen to other than just the sound of paper getting snipped. Nothing's on these papers, so crumble them, put them to the side. It'd be so much easier if I had like a board or something to put all these on. Yeah, this thing looks like it's going to be really small. Yeah, front belly and back belly. I don't know how that's supposed to work. Oh, we've got a mysterious stranger in the chat. Hello, mysterious stranger. If you wish to introduce yourself, by all means, go ahead and go for it. Or you can keep being quiet and continue being mysterious. Either way, your presence is appreciated. All right, just double checking to make sure that there is nothing on those papers of consequence. Now, I do have this one that I still need to cut out, but I'm not going to do those ones yet just because I don't want to confuse myself any further than this paper already is making me confused. Goodness, you're so loud. What's the matter? Yeah, you want to come talk about it? What time is it? You've got another 15 minutes until it's your dinner time, and even then you need to take your meds beforehand. All right, so next step would be to place it on the fabric and then cut out from there. It fell to the floor. Give me a sec. There we go. Yeah, this is a very inconvenient shaped fabric right now. But at least they pre-folded it for me. So the first one, since they did not give me a layout pattern, I'm going to have to put down the dragon first, or the body first, because that's going to take up the most space. After that, I'm just going to have to pick and choose different spots. Which, honestly, is not a great method. The best method would usually be just to have a... the best method would usually to have a layout thing, a layout pattern, but It doesn't have that, so we have to improvise a little. And since I have only 3 needles to my name currently, I have to do stuff accordingly. They don't even have the seam allowance written on here, which is a bit bothersome, but we can make it work. There have been worse patterns that I've gotten in the past. I mean, I think it's mostly just that it's supposed to be a kit. It's not taking into consideration that I'm going to be overthinking this a lot. Okay, there we go with that. What? You want to come up and talk about it? I'm not sure if you can hear her, but Wyvern is like just looking up at me and meowing. Okay. So this is what it's going to look like when you have it on a piece of fabric. It should be able to stay alone, but you can see what I mean by I have to put this one down first, because then when I put in the other ones, I'm going to have to fill in all this other space for it. So I'm going to have to cut this out, making my own seam allowance because reasons. Where did I put my scissors? I just had them. Oh, I'm sitting on them. Long process, yeah. Very long process. Now, for those of you who don't know what a seam allowance is basically the space that you would use all your sewing space. Sometimes patterns include them, some of them don't. And it's really a nuisance when they don't explain which one it does. But I will give this kit one thing. I'm glad that they included scissors, because I didn't want to spend another 20 minutes looking for a pair of scissors. Mm-hmm. Downside of these scissors, they're not great. I am very curious about a mysterious stranger that's watching. I'm wondering where they found this channel, how they found me. Not that I'm paranoid or anything, I just need to know what areas I need to advertise more. What? Yeah? Such a big meow for you, baby. You wanna come up? Come here. No? Okay. That one's a bit of a weird one. Oh, he's saying hi now? I'm a bit busy right now, Wyvern. Yeah, the other downside of not including a seam allowance is that I don't know how much space needs to be cut out. And why do you keep going off? Why is it whenever I'm filming, this is the most popular I ever get? You good? I don't know why. All right. Yeah, my hour's almost up, so got like what, 8 minutes left? I'm gonna give it a bit extra. I'm gonna go 15 more minutes, I'm gonna say, because I started a bit later than I was hoping to, trying to figure out the go live button. You'd think that after 2 times I'd figure it out by now, but nope. There we go. You're blue dabba dee dabba da. Good for you, dude. All right, so I got the big body done. Cool, that's one piece down. Speaking of, I haven't watched it on Netflix yet. Is it any good? The second season? All right, so now we've got all these extra little bits, and this is what we're going to cut the other stuff out of. Because as I said, there's a lot of excess in here. And despite them not giving a layout pattern, we now have to try and figure out, I have to try and figure out how to make 4 cuts like this because I have to do this 4 different times. Technically it says 8, but if you layer them like they are, makes life a lot easier. So I'm going to do the first one. Pin that. Ow. Our mysterious stranger left. Just you and me now, Dan. What are you doing, Dan? Are you just typing random stuff for me to say now? I don't. All right. One leg. Done. It looks like a sad turtle. You don't know? Okay. Well, that makes 2 of us. I need to watch that show. I've been told a lot of good things about it. What? If you really want your food, you'll come take your medicine like you're supposed to, and then I'll go put out your food. How does that sound? Silence now? Huh, okay. Leg 2. Literally, my phone has not been going off all day, and now all of a sudden, I'm popular. I don't understand. Let's see. Tell you what, I'm going to cut out the legs and the feet, and then I'm going to call it the stream. Because the lack of things to talk about is kind of annoying me now. And how frustrated I am with how I did not look at the instructions beforehand. More frustration with myself than anything, though. So. It's leg 3. One more leg to go. The legs, the nose, and the feet. I'm going to do those. Okay. I didn't really think about how much effort's going to have to go into sewing this. Whoops. Well, I'm here. You're absolutely right, Dan. Thank you for being here. The final leg is done. Oop. What did I do with my other needles? It's just not a phrase that I like saying while I'm sitting on the middle of my bed. Ah, here they are. Okay. Put those there. All right, legs done. Top of head, that one I only need one strip of, thankfully. Yeah, let's get all of the red done so I can get rid of these scraps and such. And then next stream, I guess I'm doing the rest of the colors. Okay, top of head, done. Oh, hi. Are you finally done throwing your tantrum? You gonna let me give you your meds? Honestly, you are so angry all the time when you have the world's easiest medication ever to receive. There you go. That's all. That's all. Now I'll give you your food once I'm done cutting up fabric, okay? No, you don't like that? Okay. Well, too bad. Deal with it. Yes, Kiki. Forehead done. Chin. I guess I'm cutting out a chin. Hush, goodness. go. Got your chin done. Now all I need to do is cut out the feet, which I need to do a few of these. 4 pairs of feet. There we go. Yeah, and the other thing that this pattern doesn't have that would be really helpful is pattern marks. Usually there are like lines on the side that help you connect up the pieces together, but this one doesn't have that. So I guess that's another thing I'm going to have to figure out. Luckily, the instructions that it comes with seem to be pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Detailed. So I won't have to worry too much about it. It's just really helpful to have them. One foot done. Foot number 2 done. 1 foot to go, and we are calling it. Or 2 feet to go, I should say, not. I'm tired. All right, 3 feet Done. Final foot. She's not used to me just sitting next to her, getting completely distracted by something. So now she's just kind of sitting next to me and pouting. What? I'll get you food when I'm done, okay? I've only got a foot left. I think. Chin, top of head, 2 tummy pieces, legs, and final foot. Yep. All right, so I am going to have to take care of my baby over here, who is getting very impatient with me, I can tell, despite her not saying anything, which honestly is the indicator that she's getting fed up with me. So I guess I'm going to be taking this up next week as well. So, thanks for staying, Dan, for as long as you have. And sorry, mysterious stranger, that I bored you this much. So, but stay tuned for more amazing things, and I'll see you in the future. Goodbye.